LSU, Daniels, Neighbors, and a lot of those guys will not be returning. I know this will be the post Heisman Daniels. This will be the post almost Blitnikoff winner with Neighbors, but also these
He
guys, two
should have
guys
been. He should have
should
won the Bolitnikov, man. I can't lie.
have.
Like that's I gotta go in about that real quick, man. Like, look, I know Marvin Harrison Jr. is, that guy. I know his pops was a legend. I know he was a legend there at Ohio State. But man, Malik, and I'm not even trying to be biased because he's from this area or that, he was from LSU, but it's just he plays so different, man. And like when you really look at and pop on the tape and you talk to coaches, I mean, Brian Daboll said it himself when they drafted him. He's a dog. Like that's not something you hear a lot of coaches say about an athlete. Marvin Harrison is very talented. He's extremely skilled. He won the Bolitnikov. He was an amazing player. He got drafted by the Arizona Cardinals, rightfully so. But Malik should have won that award, and I stand by that
I ain't mad at that. I'm
110%.
not mad at that take at all because I think Malik. It's tough because I really do think he was the best receiver in the draft, and I think that's going to show when he gets on the field with the Giants this year. I think Marvin Harrison is not a slouch either. I think they're both in the situations where they need better quarterbacks. But hey, that's on them. That's on them. I can't wait to see their production with that. But now that we're talking about Daniels, post Neighbors, we got Kyron Lacey coming back on offense. Will Campbell, who's still there, left tackle. Nussmeier, who we've seen in times in the games. And then, the fullback, running back room with Kareem Jackson. He's back there. And then we also have I can't think of his guy's name. Who's my running back? Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing, Fitz. Kareem Jackson. Hold on, because he
Hey,
just
y'all gonna learn really quickly that Elijah is
yeah,
not good when it comes to names. That's why he gonna say
he's
them boys'
returning
last
for
names.
like the 17th time. I can't think of the kid name.
You talking about John Emery? John Emery.
Yeah, John Emery, he's back, and then
Oh, you
also
you have him and then Josh Williams too. Josh Williams.
Josh Williams is back.
That's probably who you talking about.
Um, and then they have a brand new receiving core except for Kyron Lacey. He's there because Brian Thomas he's gone in a draft. So with this offense, expectations that you have, what do you have for this offense, especially coming into a very very tough SEC year, college football year in general, but SEC to be in general, be
No,
specific.
for sure, for sure. I mean, when you look at him, man, Garrett Nussmeier, he is a gunslinger. He is not going to break an 80-yard run like what Daniels did last year, but he has the ability to lead an offense. I know he called in EA College Football 25. I know that for sure. He a gunslinger on there, but he's also a gunslinger in real life as well. And I think that him having continuity with Kyron Lacey, having somebody back that he's comfortable with, that's gonna, put him in a great position to go out and make plays with him. I think if Kyron is able to set the tone very early, then this offense, everybody else around them are going to be very vital pieces. You talk about Chris Hilton Jr. that's coming back, that he's always been that guy kind of waiting in the wing. At Zachary High School, he was, I think, a world class sprinter. Like the dude is extremely fast. Like he can go out and run a go ball and go under and catch it. Like he can make the play. But in terms of having a true number one receiver, Kyron is going to be the guy. I think that as he sets the tone, everything else will go because you're going to be handled on the island on the offensive line. Those bookends are taken care of. Emory Jones and Will Campbell, you good. You know what I'm saying? I think all of their offensive linemen are back. I think the only one that might be new is the center, and I think it's DJ Chester. So you got a huge continuity up front. You've got a quarterback that has experience. You've got continuity in the backfield with running backs. The big thing is going to be, will these receivers be able to go out and make those special plays for Garrett when he's throwing the ball deep to him? Like, there's not going to be this huge expectation for him to go out and win Heisman. Like, a lot of LSU fans are going to come out and say, the Bus is going to, win the Heisman. But as much as we would like to believe that, he has to just come out and make those plays and let the game come to him. Once that happens, then we'll see where the Nuss Bus takes us. But for now, he has to get the ball in his playmakers' hands and let the offense flow from there, and we'll see what happens.
Man, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I just think that this year will be a little bit more different. Like you said, Nuss is not going to run as much as Jaden, so he's going to have a strong pocket presence. To me, the key of it, is, like you just said, with the receiver group, with Chris, with Kyron, how fast can these guys get open? How frequently can these guys get open? Because at the end of the day, when they didn't get open last year, Jaden could just run.
Yeah.
I don't know about Nuss, man. So how fast can these guys get open? Will it be timing routes? Will it be set plays for who gets the ball and how it work for them? Because again, I mean, nothing really changed but the players. The coaching staff is still there besides defensive coordinator, um, and the defensive line coach and defense side of the ball, I should say. But the coaching staff is still there for the offensive side. So, like you said, I agree with you with the receiving core and with Nuss and his potential. We just got to see him put it together. And speaking on new groups coming alive for the Tigers, expectations are going to be high for them every single year, no matter what happens. What group do you think need to step up for them to be the successful team that they can be in 2024?
Everybody on defense. Everybody on defense. Last year we saw what that defense looked like, man. I mean, like historically bad. They know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying anything that is unknown, that's unfamiliar. These guys know that they have to be better. It's gonna start with the defensive line up front. I am a lineman guy, so I'm always gonna believe it starts up front, but that's true. If those guys up front can set the tone, Harold Perkins is going to be able to roam free and do what he does. You have guys in the secondary back. I think Jordan Allen, early on here in camp, has been penciled in as one of the free safety starters or strong safety starters. One of those two safeties, Zy Alexander, Sage Ryan is out there. So, I mean, you have guys, again, that have been a part of the defense, but now they have an even bigger chip on their shoulder because they know of the performance that they put out last season, and they know that people are watching. The minute they get up, touchdown, 28 points, whatever the number is, people are going to be saying, here we go again. You bring in Blake Baker to be your defensive coordinator, and there are a lot of expectations for him as well because, as we know, at LSU, there is no wait time. They are expecting to compete for national championships. They are expecting to win national championships every single year, not just now in football, but across the plane in a lot of the sports that they play. Like the expectation is to go win it all. And so it's going to start with the defense because defense wins championships. If those guys can set the tone, they can put the ball in Garrett's hands a lot more. Man, there's no telling how good this Tigers team can really be.
And I agree with you. 7 games where the Tigers gave up 30 or more points last year. 7 games. That's a
That's a
lot.
lot, man.
It's a
That's a
lot.
lot. I know we playing in college football where you got the RPOs and guys are spaced out and they can go and make plays and there's all these different penalties that they have in place that are in favor of the offense. But at the end of the day, man, you got to stop the run. You got to get off the field on third down. All of those things that are key to winning ball games have to happen for LSU to be successful on the defensive side of the ball.